Hello, my fellow Nigerians. Cabinet shake-up in Tinubu's government. Tinubu demands 46 ministers fresh scorecards as lobby begins. Cabinet rigid will be based on ministers' performance presidency. Ahead of the planned cabinet shake-up by President Bola Tinubu, several ministers and their political godfathers have intensified lobbying to retain their positions, the Punch has learned. The presidency on Wednesday stated that President Tinubu would soon rig his cabinet, which confirmed Sunday Punch's September 1 report that a cabinet shake-up was imminent. This happened as a presidential aides told the Punch that some ministers had started frantic lobbying to be in the president's good books. Yes, that is a typical thing. Some of the ministers will be calling their godfathers to influence the president. It is a normal thing, but the president will still do what is on his mind for the country. One of the aides said, "Our correspondents learned that some ministers who are afraid of being dropped from the federal cabinet and their godfathers have intensified lobbying, seeking the intervention of the president's allies and associates, including the chief of staff, Femi Gbajabiamila, for a soft landing." Another top official said the COS had expressed concern over the intense lobbying and the pressure on Tinubu by those seeking assurances on the fate of their proteges in the Federal Executive Council. The source stated, since reports filtered out that the president will soon reshuffle his cabinet, he has been under immense pressure from political godfathers and ministers who are afraid that they may be dropped from the cabinet. Due to the intense pressure, the COS had to advise the president to take some days off in the United Kingdom after concluding the Forum on China-Africa Cooperation Summit in China 2 weeks ago. Remember that for some days, Nigerians did not know about Tinubu's whereabouts after pictures of his meeting with King Charles surfaced online. People started speculating that he went to London for medical checks. The fact is that he was advised to spend a few days to allow the pressure and the lobbying to subside. Anyway, it is not unusual for politicians to lobby on behalf of their wars, but Nigerians are not satisfied with the performance of many of the ministers, and the president would have no choice but to let them go. If you are not performing, you have to go, regardless of who your godfather is, he added. Sources disclosed that the president may announce the shake-up by October 1, but the Punch could not independently confirm the date. However, addressing State House correspondents on Wednesday, the special advisor to the president on information and strategy, Bayo Onanuga, and the senior special assistant to the president on digital new media, Otega Ogra, explained that the cabinet shake-up would be based on the empirical evidence from performance reports the president had received in the past months. Onanuga said Tinubu had stated his intent to rigid his cabinet, confirming the Punch report and impending cabinet rigid. However, he added that there was no timeline for the impending reshuffle, but the president, he noted, had expressed his desire to do it. He said, "Let me tell you, I don't have any timeline. The president has expressed his desire to reshuffle his cabinet, and he will do it. I don't know whether he's going to do it before October 1, but he will surely do it. So that is what I will say. He has not given us any timeline when he wants to do it, but he will do it. He has expressed his plan that he wants to do it. Speaking on the performance of the present administration, Ononuga said the president has given an order to all his ministers at the last Federal Executive Council meeting to go out there and speak about activities of his administration. Some of them have been media shy, television shy, radio shy, and he wants them to overcome all that and go out there and speak about what they have been doing, because the feeling out there is that government is not doing enough, and the government has been doing a lot, and it is up to them to go out there and blow their own trumpet. They should go out there and talk about what their ministries have been doing. Ogra said the decision would not be arbitrary, but would be based on the performance. Reports presented by the Special Advisor to the President on Policy Coordination, Hadiza Bala Usman, who heads the Central Delivery Coordination Unit. The President's decision to reshuffle his cabinet is also based on empirical evidence. You know, he had said when he was speaking at the retreat for the ministers that they were going to have periodic reviews, and the decisions that are extracted from these reviews will be used to make that final decision. I know he has gotten a couple of reports, and as Mr. Nonuga said, when he's ready to do that, he will. Tinubu has been facing increasing pressure from within and outside his party, the All Progressive Congress, to sack underperforming ministers in his cabinet. There are strong indications that the president may scrap the Ministry of Humanitarian Affairs and Poverty Alleviation as part of the cabinet rejig. Another presidency source told the Punch that the exercise would also see some portfolios split and others merged into a single entity, while some ministers would be relieved of their duties. Although the president warned against underperformance about 10 months ago, the cabinet remained largely intact, save for the suspension of Dr. Betta Edu, the Minister of Humanitarian Affairs and Poverty Alleviation, last November after a 3-day retreat for cabinet members and the presidential aides. Tinubu announced that a central delivery coordination with unit headed by Bala Usman would measure the performance of ministers and other top government officials. Their performance would determine who would leave or remain, Tinubu stated. Early in this administration, after putting in place a cabinet, Tinubu set up a result and delivery unit headed by Bala Usman to measure the performance of each minister. There are indications she has done it and may continue to tweak the report until a reshuffle is done. At the opening of a 3-day cabinet retreat for ministers, presidential aides, permanent secretaries, and top government functionaries, on November 1, 2023, the president said the ministers in his cabinet will only retain their offices based on performance, which will be reviewed quarterly. In commemoration of his first anniversary in office, President Tinubu directed his ministers to present their performance reports to Nigerians. If you are performing, nothing to fear, the president stated. If you miss the objective, we will review it. If no performance, you leave us. No one is an island, and the buck stops on my desk. My people, this is what we are saying. See what they've just said concerning the reshuffling of the cabinet. In the comment section, feel free to comment, say your opinion, share, love, and subscribe to this channel. Like. God bless Nigeria. Thanks and God bless. Amen.